Title: Desperate Cries echo from nearby abandoned well. Picture this: it's a dark and stormy night, with rain pouring down like tears from the heavens. The wind howls through the trees, creating an eerie symphony of sounds that send chills down your spine. You find yourself walking alone on a lonely road, surrounded by nothing but darkness. In the distance, you spot an old, dilapidated well, its worn bricks and crumbling structure seemingly untouched by time. Little do you know that this abandoned well holds a terrifying secret, waiting to be unleashed. Meet Sarah, a young and curious woman who has always been drawn to the mysterious and unknown. Despite the stories she had heard about the well, she couldn't resist the temptation to explore it. Armed with only a flashlight and her courage, she ventured towards the well, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and fear. As she approached the well, she could hear the desperate cries of someone trapped inside, echoing through the darkness. The sound seemed to come from deep within the earth, a haunting melody that sent shivers down her spine. Sarah's mind raced with questions. Who could be down there? How did they end up in such a horrifying predicament? Driven by a desire to help, Sarah cautiously peered into the well, her flashlight illuminating the abyss below. The sight that greeted her was beyond her worst nightmares. A pair of bloodshot eyes stared back at her, filled with fear and longing for freedom. It was a man, his face etched with anguish and despair. He pleaded for help, his voice hoarse and desperate. Sarah hesitated, unsure of what to do. But her compassionate nature urged her forward, compelling her to rescue the man from his torment. With trembling hands, she reached into her pocket and dialed emergency services. The operator's voice crackled through the phone, filled with concern. 911, what's your emergency? Sarah's voice trembled as she described the situation, the trapped man's cries growing more desperate with every passing second. The operator assured her that help was on the way, urging her to stay on the line. Minutes felt like hours as Sarah anxiously waited for rescue to arrive. The man's cries echoed through the night, growing louder and more agonizing. It was as if the darkness itself fed on his pain, amplifying his suffering. Sarah's heart ached, overwhelmed by a sense of helplessness. Finally, the sound of sirens pierced the night, bringing a glimmer of hope. Firefighters arrived, equipped with ropes and tools to rescue the trapped man. Sarah watched with bated breath as they skillfully descended into the well, their determination unwavering. The man's cries intensified, mingling with the sounds of their efforts. After what felt like an eternity, the rescuers emerged, carrying the man to safety. He was weak, bruised, and on the verge of collapse. Sarah's eyes filled with tears as she witnessed his rescue, overcome with a mix of relief and sadness. The ordeal had taken its toll on both of them. As the man was whisked away by paramedics, Sarah caught a glimpse of gratitude in his eyes. It was a momentary connection, a silent acknowledgement of the bond forged in the darkness. They may never meet again, but the memory of that harrowing night would forever be etched in their souls. The abandoned well stood as a haunting reminder of the depths of despair, a symbol of the darkness that can consume us all. But it also served as a testament to the indomitable human spirit, the power of compassion and bravery in the face of the unknown. So, the next time you find yourself in the dead of night, with the wind whispering secrets and shadows dancing on your walls, remember the tale of Sarah and the desperate cries that echoed from the nearby abandoned well. Let it serve as a chilling reminder that sometimes, the scariest monsters are the ones we can't see, lurking in the shadows of our own fears. Will you have the courage to face them?